Hello and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the first review of 2026 where I'm going to be reviewing a very old film. How old? Well, it's over 100 years old. I'm going to be reviewing, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, A Trip to the Moon. Um, yeah, this is something that I discovered last month, and I absolutely loved it because I was doing up for in my course because I teach them editing sometimes, and I was like, okay, but if I'm going to start it back up again, I want to give them like a crash course on like the early history of editing, which I might actually turn into a proper video on this channel if I ever get the time. And so I was looking up like best early example of movies about editing, or just like early cinema in general. And so of course I watched and then I went and actually watched them because they're all on YouTube. And so one of them was of course A Trip to the Moon, the very first ever sci-fi movie, and I watched it for something that came out in 1902. I was blown away. I instantly fell in love with it. Specifically the YouTube version. The one that exists on YouTube, one of the versions that exists on YouTube, if I can remember, I'll make sure to link it in the comments down in the description of this upload because that's the version I fell in love with, not this version. We'll get to this version. So basically, it's it's a silent era film, of course, so there's not really any dialogue. There's not even any plaques to tell you like to kind of explain what's going on. You have to kind of infer from what is being shown. And in that regard, it's like basically it's in the according to 1902, it's in the distant future of these group of academics deciding to launch themselves to the moon via a cannon. They land on the moon, shenanigans ensue, and then they eventually make it back. It's about a 15-minute short, or thereabouts, 12 to 15 minutes. And I was instantly blown away by the set decoration of this film. The fact that, again, this comes from 1902. The sets were amazing. I was so blown away by that. Just looking at it, I was like, holy shit, this was from 1902. This was during the beginning, the birth of cinema as itself, and they managed to pull this off. And like, it's instantly now probably in my top 10, maybe top 20 at a push. But it's definitely there. If you see me keep fiddling, it's because I have a new mic that I bought, and I just keep wanting to do this. So I'm just trying to get it upright. So because again, I'm not sure how well this is actually now going to actually sound. But we'll see. We'll see. In worst case scenario, I'll just hold it up to me. But yeah, I love this. I love this movie. So much so that I've watched it three times last month alone. The first time I watched it by myself, um, as I was doing up this presentation. The second time I watched it was that evening with my partner, and she even loved it. And then, of course, the third time I watched it was after I bought the DVD of it. Now, I bought this from CEX, as you know, if you've seen my pickups video. And as soon as I got it, I watched it because I realized, oh, this was in color. I didn't know that at the time of purchasing it, that it was in color. I thought I was buying the one that I see on YouTube, having that on physical. I have my issues. This version of the 2010 2011 quote unquote remaster of A Trip to the Moon is terrible because basically the back of this explains it, where apologize there for the cough. But on the back it says the color version of A Trip to the Moon. I'm just going to hold this like here for the rest of this video. So the color version of A Trip to the Moon, hand painted frame by frame, was considered lost for many years until a print in a desperate condition was found in Spain in 1993. It is this version which has been meticulously restored by Lobster Films, the Grubama Grand Fountain for Cinema, and the Technicolor Foundation for Cinema Heritage. One of the most sophisticated and expensive restorations in the history of cinema, the resulting film is accompanied by a new soundtrack by French duo Air. Problem number one is, while some of it, the colorization of this remaster looks dog shit. I'm sorry, but it does. In this version of the film, it looks absolute dog shit. Um, and then the soundtrack by Air, it sucks. Like, it tonally does not suit this film at all. It is just one massive dumpster fire of a soundtrack. Um, I love this film. I still love it to the point where I'm keeping it in my collection, but I won't be ever watching the DVD version of it. Uh, but I do want to keep it in my collection because I know the Blu-ray for this movie is kind of expensive, from what I've seen looking into it. Um, but I still loved it. I still love it. I still have a fondness for it because you know me. I love my sci-fi. I'm a massive Doctor Who and Star Trek fan. So of course, A Trip to the Moon was going to be something that I absolutely loved and adore, and I do. And I would highly recommend that if I remember, if I to link it in the description. If it's not in the description, fucking shout at me in the comments to link it. Um, in case I forget, because I have a few things that I'm working on in the background here. But yeah, I absolutely love and adore this. And this review should have been out a while ago. I apologize. I've been slacking so much on these videos where I get one video recorded and then you don't hear. I get one video posted and then you don't hear from me for another 2 to 3 weeks. I apologize. I have ideas for different content. I am still watching movies. Me and my partner sit down to watch a movie nearly every night. So I might quickly throw together a what I watched in January. I know it'll be slightly late by the time I get it out, so I don't know. Let me know if you do want me to post that. Let me know what you thought of this little mic because I got it on Sheen, for like €3. It's not bad. It's clear. It sounds good. Clearly you're hearing it. So let me know what you thought of the little mic in the comments down below. And yeah, that's going to wrap it up for me. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you have watched it before, A Trip to the Moon, let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below. And if you haven't, and I've convinced you to go and watch it, come back and let me know what you thought of it. And I'll catch you all on the next upload, which who knows at this point when I'm going to be posting another video.